This is me playing solo 6 years ago, and this is me now winning 2 games in the Solo Cash Cup and coming in first place on the entire region. It's taken a lot of hard work for me to get from where I was then to where I am now, and in this video I'm going to be taking you guys through my full 6-year progression to becoming a pro Fortnite player. As you guys know from the beginning, I'm actually a pretty OG player. This right here is the absolute earliest clip I have of me playing, and as you can tell, I was not the greatest player back in the day. This clip is from Season 3, but I actually started playing in Season 2, and I even have some of the Battle Pass skins from that season to prove it. For most of Chapter 1, I didn't take the game very seriously, and like everyone else, I just played with all my friends after school to have a good time. That all changed on March 30th of 2019 though, because that's when I played in my very first Fortnite tournament ever. I played this tournament with one of my friends, and even though we didn't do great, I fell in love with competing in Fortnite, and from here on out, I would play in almost every major event that was run. Right after the Lux Cup came the World Cup, and I played in all the qualifier weeks. It's important to note that at this time, I had made the switch from Xbox to PC, but the PC I was playing on was not great by any means, and its performance in these early tournaments was absolutely terrible. In the World Cup, I flopped once again, and these 4 weeks are the only ones out of the 10 that I got top 10,000 in, which I know because Fortnite Tracker only shows your placements above top 10,000. After World Cup, I decided that I really wanted to pursue Fortnite competitive, and so I got serious, and when the first FNCS ever was announced to be trios, I knew that this was my chance to pop off, and so I finally found my first ever permanent teammates. The funny thing is, you guys might actually know them, because even though we were all no-names back then, nowadays the 2 members of my Season X trio have 15 FNCS Grand Finals appearances combined. The people who I'm talking about are Smite and OMG Me Too. I got really lucky that OMG actually recorded and uploaded YouTube videos of a bunch of our old tournaments, so for the first time I'll actually be able to show you guys footage of what I'm talking about, even if it's from one of my teammates' point of view. As I said earlier, we played together all season in the Trios Cash Cups and more importantly FNCS. In week 4 we got 1,000 first place in the Opens, which meant that we missed out on qualifying by 1 spot, but after that in week 5 we went on to get our best placement yet. Looking back at this footage is so funny to me because we all sounded like little kids, which I guess we were, and it's just so much different from how we sound now, but anyways, enjoy some of these highlights from our craziest FNCS round.
This kid's behind. Kid's behind.
I want.
Got him. Shockwaves. Ooh, kid rebooting too. Good stuff, good stuff. This kid's rebooting. You can go kill him right now.
What the? Oh my god, keep it at that.
Good stuff.
Ow. It's white, it's white, it's white.
Get him. I said dead. Not back here.
Got him.
Oh, mine.
Fuck.
It's fine. Just hide in here. Hide in here. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
There, just stay up there. Close the doors, close the doors.
I'm so ass. I'm ass.
Look at his name. TTB Storm. Okay, really?
So as you guys can tell, I was not the greatest back in the day, and I was still very much a squeaker, but as I mentioned earlier, this was my best FNCS round up until this point, and that's because we got 402nd place. That's a placement that would be decent to get in FNCS even today, and so back then, it was a big accomplishment for us to get this good of a placement. Despite this, we still couldn't make it to the heats this season, and so going into Chapter 2, everyone got a fresh start with the new map, and I was determined to finally get my first earnings this chapter. Squads FNCS, which was the first one this chapter, didn't go well for me either, but Season 2's Duo FNCS is when I met my next longtime teammate, who funnily enough is also a pro player now. His name is Shore, and nowadays he's a Grand Finals caliber player with $10,000 earned, but when I met him, just like when I met OMG and Smite, he was just getting into competitive. Our best placement in Season 2's FNCS was 424th, and we played together all the way up until Chapter 4, placing around that same area the whole time. Season 4 is where everything changed for me though, and it wasn't because of a Cash Cup or even FNCS, but instead the $1 million Super Cup. If you guys forgot what this tournament was, I don't blame you, but this was basically just a normal duos tournament, except it had all the crazy Marvel powers from Season 4 in it. I played this tournament with one of my other friends who was also 0 earned at the time, and after qualifying past the opens, we were playing in the finals where the top 250 teams out of 1,000 would make $750. We had a pretty rough start, and so going into our last game, we needed to clutch up a win to break into the top 250. Luckily, I have the clip of this endgame, but for some reason I didn't record my microphone, only my teammates, but anyways, enjoy this crazy clutch from 4 years ago.
One HP. Spare that, spare that. Let's go. Silver, you still have silver. But you're gonna get beamed. Go last second and pop that bitch. Try to land on it, kid. Right there, right there. One pump. Me? No mats, use no mats. Yeah? Let's go! Oh my god! Oh my god!
So even though you couldn't hear my microphone, I promised that I was just as hype as my teammate was at the end there, and after that I officially had my first earnings. I wasn't planning on stopping here though, and right after the Marvel Cup, the Frosty Frenzy was announced. This was another tournament where money was paid out to the top 250 teams, and even though that was a pretty low bar, I got the best placements I ever had during these 4 weeks of Frosty Frenzy, and made a grand total of $1,200 for myself alongside my teammates. I would show some gameplay from this tournament since I played so well in it, but unfortunately I don't have any. Going into the rest of Chapter 2, the next few seasons were pretty uneventful for me with some decent FNCS placements, but I would cross my next big milestone on July 18th of 2021 when, in Chapter 2 Season 7, I got my first official earnings from a Cash Cup. The other tournaments that I made money in were basically handouts, but I placed 18th in this Cash Cup around tons of other pros and secured my first real earnings. Once again, I don't have any footage from it, so I'm just showing you guys someone else's so you can still see what these tournaments were like. These are my last earnings of Chapter 2, but hopefully you guys can see how that chapter was really where I started to come on the scene as a competitor in Fortnite. I wanted to keep all my momentum rolling into Chapter 3, but for this season, Epic Games made big changes to all the Cash Cups, and instead of them being one round, you now had to qualify to the finals where you would play in stacked set lobby matches against pros to try and make earnings. Luckily, I was able to place 37th in one of the solo Cash Cups this season and qualify to my first finals ever, where I was going to have to get top 35 if I wanted to make my first ever earnings in a set lobby finals. I don't have any footage from it, but I clutched up and placed 34th in the finals, barely scraping my way into the earnings threshold. Only 2 solo Cash Cups later, I did it again and placed 12th, qualifying to the finals, and once again secured even more earnings by placing 25th. So by now, I was a pretty well-known player for my accomplishments in solo Cash Cups, but what about duos? Well, to tell the truth, it wasn't going too well. I had played with a bunch of different teammates for FNCSs and Cash Cups, and nothing really worked. That was until one day in Chapter 3 Season 3 when I was looking for a duo right before a Cash Cup started, and I found a player named Maxo. Me and Maxo instantly clicked as teammates, and we placed 18th in the opens of the first tournament we ever played together and went on to place 25th in the finals, securing me my first ever duos earnings. This happened before the season's FNCS, so of course we decided to stick together and play. In the qualifiers, we absolutely popped off, qualifying for the top 50 finals in Week 1, coming 53rd in Week 2, and 133rd in Week 3. This consistency meant that I had qualified for my first ever FNCS heats. If you guys don't know how FNCS heats work, it's kind of complicated, but basically there's 3 sessions, and if you place top 12 in one of them or win a game, you move on to the FNCS Grand Finals. Our experience in the FNCS heats though was scuffed to say the least, and we were contested at our drop spot, which was this split by 2 pro players, Thatch and Pamstu. This caused us to do absolutely terrible in all 3 of the sessions, and even though we got so close, we couldn't qualify to the FNCS Grand Finals. For the rest of Chapter 3 and all of Chapter 4, I stayed at the same level where I was earning here and there in duos and solos Cash Cups, but I never really got my big break in a larger tournament like FNCS. When Season OG came around after Chapter 4, I decided to step out of my comfort zone and make hands down the most important decision I've ever made in my entire career. That decision was, of course, to start posting tournament videos on my channel for you guys. Even though I was starting to focus more on YouTube at this point, Season OG was actually one of my best seasons, and even though there was only a handful of Cash Cups, I made the most of them. This game that I'm about to show you guys is genuinely one of the most intense Victory Cash Cup Finals games I've ever played. Gotta get the corner.
Here's Matthew, get back up. Safe. Get it fast. Give safe and stay up on height. Take it as 0 build. Give us spaz. 0 build. You have 2 of me.
Let's fucking go, baby! Let's fucking go! Oh my god, bro!
That was lucky.
So as you guys can see, I was moving this season, and so going into Chapter 5, I was trying to keep my skill up in addition to focusing more on my content. One of the first videos I made in Chapter 5, my Land or I Die challenge in the Solo Cash Cup, absolutely blew up after I got a win doing the challenge, and from there on out, I was all in on the YouTube content grind. This is the part of the story that lots of you guys already know. I played the first FNCS of Chapter 5 with Mutant, and we did pretty badly, I'm not gonna lie. And then I played with Attacked in the most recent FNCS, and only 2 Solo Cash Cups ago was my legendary run where I finally accomplished my 6-year-long goal of winning a Fortnite tournament. I think it's only fitting that I end off this video with the game that won me my first Fortnite tournament ever.
Yo. Nice. Scared the shit out of me. Nice. What's bananas, bro? I thought that was a medallion. Cat mats now. I don't know how this is working, bro. Just give me front zone. Flops. This is a terrible play. I'm going shotgun only. Oh shit. Nice, bro. It's almost super scuffed. Mats, no. I probably need 3 more medkits to win this, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, there's mats there. There might be medkits too. Okay, no medkits. Shit. I doubt this is enough to win, I'm not gonna lie. Gotta start looking for more stuff. Nice, oh my god. And a banana. Pop flopper, banana. Holy shit, guys. Storm sickness, come on. Let's fucking go, bro! Oh my god! There's no way. There's no fucking way, dude. Holy shit. Oh my fucking god, bro. Oh my fucking god. I just won. I just won the cash cup, bro. Oh my fucking god. I'm the best, bro. I'm literally the best player. So there you guys go. From 6 years ago to now, that's the full story on how I became a professional Fortnite player. I hope you guys see how I've improved over the years, and I also hope that this inspires you guys to pursue competitive for yourselves. With that being said, make sure to drop a sub if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.